Hello everyone. So, I am recording readings from August 14 from Hope for Today, Courage to Change, and One Day at a Time in Al-Anon. So here goes. Hope for Today is page 227, August 14. Before Al-Anon, I sometimes made choices in reaction to uncomfortable emotions such as confusion, anger, and fear, none of which are good foundations for decision-making. I was reacting, and my life felt completely unmanageable. Al-Anon showed me how to respond appropriately to my emotions. In terms of reacting, I learned to deal with my feelings first so that I could clearly consider the facts of a situation. Now, when I experience intense emotions, I call my sponsor to talk out the problem and to diffuse my feelings. Sometimes I write in my journal or do something physical, like swimming. Prayer and meditation also help me calm down and get perspective. When I want to take drastic action, I ask myself, how important is it? Is my proposed behavior proportionate to the aggravation? Often, it's not. Each of these tools helps me gain space and time to untangle the threads of intellect and emotion. Then I can act rather than react. It helps to keep in mind that getting better doesn't always mean feeling better. When I need to walk through pain to let it go, I remember, this too shall pass. I tell myself that just as thinking doesn't make it so, neither does feeling make it so. My life is going to work out according to God's will, regardless of how I feel. So, why try to manipulate situations to avoid the unavoidable? Human emotions. Such behavior only creates more pain, and I certainly don't want more of that. Thought for the day. Am I working with my feelings or allowing them to work against me? Quote, the true nature of my problem was my stubborn refusal to acknowledge feelings, to accept them, and to let them go. From Courage to Change, page 249. Alright. So that was the reading from Hope for Today. Moving on to Courage to Change, page 227, August 14 entry. Since coming to Al-Anon, I have become aware of certain choices that I never knew I had. If I am uncomfortable about doing something, I've learned that I don't necessarily have to do it. I can look into my heart and try to discover my true feelings before making that decision. What freedom! Does this mean that I should never do anything unless I feel comfortable doing it? Of course not. If I waited for inspiration, my taxes might never be paid, my work might not get done, and my teeth might not get brushed. Sometimes I have to feel the feelings and then act anyway. I believe that is why our Just for Today suggests doing 2 things each day that I don't want to do, just for practice. To create a balanced life, I must exercise some self-discipline. That way, I can pay attention to my feelings without being tyrannized by them. Today's reminder. Today, I will do something that is good for me, even if it feels uncomfortable. Quote, Self-Discipline is Self-Caring by M. Scott Peck. Alright, moving on to One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, page 227, August 14. When an alcoholic finally reaches bottom and begins the long climb upward through AA, this is the beginning of growth in personal and spiritual maturity. If we grant, as surely we must, that both partners in an alcoholic marriage are or have become neurotic, we non-alcoholics too need the help of a growth program. If A, then, takes steps to get well and face life as a responsible adult, how can B keep pace without the self-understanding that eventually comes to us in Al-Anon? This is the practical logic of the words of our suggested welcome. Working in unity for a common purpose does more than strengthen both partners individually. It draws them together. Today's reminder. If the AA member recognizes that sobriety is only the beginning of his growth, the spouse too needs continuing help in adjusting to the new problems of their joint relationship. Al-Anon shows us how to meet that responsibility with dignity, grace, and love. Quote, that our loves and comforts should increase even as our days do grow. Alright, so these are the readings from Hope for Today, Courage to Change, and One Day at a Time. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Again, this is Al-Anon. We have no outside opinions, and the AA's 12 Steps and Traditions, we also take that into account. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed that. Please hit subscribe, and I hope you listen to more of my future recordings on Al-Anon readings. And thank you, and God bless. Have a great day.